What's good, y'all? My name is Rorvis Paradox, aka Docs Brando, and I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of Rorvis Reviews. Got a great one for y'all. I've been locked in this weekend, some good content, absorbing some a great film and a great album. So these are the two projects that I got here for you today to talk about. Make sure you're already subscribed to my IG to stay up to date at DocsBrando25. We have a 500 goal subscriber before the end of the year. We are still on track, so you make sure you're like, comment, and subscribing to the channel. Make sure you're passing the channel link to people that you think will enjoy this type of content. The way you help me, helps you, help us grow. You dig? With all that being said, let's get into it. Now, the first film I want to talk about is 2024's Challengers, directed by Luca Guadagnino. Sorry if I butchered that. Now, this 2-hour film makes use of every single minute. It makes every single minute count. This tale of friends to enemies, Patrick and Art, had the same passion in tennis and the same love towards Tashi. Now, this film creates a rally by taking place in 2019, but goes back and forth to the past to provide movie watchers context to what led to this epic battle on the tennis court. Now, what this sports, romance, drama type film does so well is produce, like I said, the drama. Like, there's just certain moments where I'm just like, my jaw dropped. I was like, I was lost for words for certain scenes, cause like, just for the scene with the trailer, cause everybody thought this was supposed to be some freaky ass movie where Zendaya getting turned out by two white boys. When you get to that scene, be prepared, cause boy, oh boy. Now, the tension is going between these two because, like I said, they have the same passion and they're in love with this woman who is a prodigy in tennis. Like, her level and their level are like two different things. They're night and day. Like, she was already getting sponsored by Adidas, and this is before she even entered college. Like, Tashi is the one, and she's played by Zendaya, of course, and it's just insane to see a lot of things that's built around her story, because it's about all of them, but her part in particular between these two relationship is insane. And I think that's a credit to the writing that they did with this film. It really does an excellent job of pulling us in and makes us sit down and watch what's about to happen, like what events, like the domino effect, or you just want to see how where things got to where it is in the present and what's going to happen, because the whole film is set around, like I said, this epic battle. It's a match between Patrick and Art, and it's been like 13 years since they seen each other, and now Art is married to Tashi and supposed to be he's had a hell of a career as a tennis player, but he needs this last big event to get his grand slam as a tennis player, and then then who knows where else his career is going to go. And then with Tashi, she been his coach for the last almost a decade and mentoring him to push him past his limits. Then you get Patrick, who's been down on his luck, sleeping out of his car, being what some people call hobosexual, fucking women to sleep at their place. Like, it's so night and day between how their careers have gone as tennis players. And I think the film does a great job of really enlightening us to each of their different worlds and where they merge. I think this film is just it's definitely one of my favorite watches of the year. But I kind of don't want to get too, I don't want to spoil this movie. Honestly, I really want y'all to check this film out. So I'm gonna chill out with talking about the film and talk about what I like about the film. So, to the highlights now. The first thing that I want to highlight is the score. The score was composed by Nine Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, and Atticus Ross. The score brought this. They were able to create this 80s retro feel to it, and during certain scenes, it just amplifies the watch. Everything just gets better with the music along with what we're seeing on screen. And the music just made like one scene in particular, just the music made it that much more like it was the music was prominent, and combined with what we're seeing is just like a match made in heaven. So shout out to them for making a great score that like is still stuck to my head. I kind of want to add some of those to the playlist or something. Next, I want to talk about the cinematography now. For a film that, we don't expect too many great shots from, there were a lot of good camera works, great angles, great shots that I'm still replaying in my head right now. Like a lot of the scenes that they were able to do from under the tennis court. I'm thinking about how they're serving. I'm thinking about like these POV shots of them going back and forth on the court, as well as finding out that some of the tennis, the scenes had CGI tennis balls, and they was able to like trick it, so it looked like you're like the camera's getting like about to get destroyed with one of these shots. But that's, you know what I'm saying, it's just like a great use of digital effects blending with the real person, which I salute. It's very rare to see such great use of CGI in that manner, even on a smaller scale. And it just like even the sound design of the hitting of the tennis balls was just excellent. It just like it really rang through your ears when they're going back and forth in these rallies. Now, another thing I want to highlight is just the writing. Like I said earlier, I think this was well written, and the way it was going, combined with the acting performances for these actors, it was instantly supposed to be a home run. Speaking of the performances from these actors, Zendaya as Tashi Duncan, Josh O'Connor as Patrick Zegwig, and Mac Frost as Art Donaldson. These three are our central characters. There's not many other characters that have a lot of speaking lines in this film. So for them to hold it down and have our attention for 2 hours straight, I have to applaud them. It was magnificent performances to see them each interact with each other. Sometimes with seeing Zendaya just with one of them, as well as just seeing the brotherly bond that kind of dissipates between Patrick and Art. It was, again, I'm shocked by how much I love this film. I didn't really have too many expectations. I did have this film has been highly regarded by some of my personal friends, so I had it on my radar, but it wasn't enough to make me just go out and watch it in theaters. But now I kind of do wish I watched this in theaters, because it would have been a spectacle. It would have been something very unique that you don't really get too often. Now, some people may have some conflicting opinions about the ending, but I did enjoy the ending and what it really led to, and the callbacks and the climax. It was just well done. And speaking of that, a great callback is definitely one of the highlights. You will know what I'm talking about when you get to that scene. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is just I don't know. I think there's a lot of great things with this film, and I don't want to spoil nothing. I really want to keep this going. Like I said, the drama is high, the pacing is well done, and just again, a lot of jaw-dropping moments in this film. All in all, I'm gonna give this film 4.5 stars. Another great film coming out of 2024. 4.5 stars. Now, the last thing I want to talk about today is the recent album that has dropped literally this week, today, tomorrow, however you want to put it, wherever this drops. This is 2024's Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii. Now, TDE's track record for signing talented artists continues, with his charismatic MC and singer hailing from Tampa, Florida. Now, Doechii has made it publicly known that her top two influences are Nicki Minaj and Lauryn Hill, and those two alone are already an insane combination. But I felt Missy Elliott's and DMX influence in this album as well. Even though I heard her influence in her music, Doechii is one of those artists that's able to make her own sound, be her own person as an artist. All of this plus the amazing production throughout the whole project makes for a great debut album from the Swamp Princess, who has made it bold decision of only having one feature on a single song on this album. I appreciate a newer artist trying to stand out and highlight their own strengths instead of relying on a bigger artist for a pop. This is just all in all this what made this project really great. I enjoyed it from top to bottom. Now, Doechii does a great job of crafting songs that can be highly infectious, and I'll get to some of those songs when I get into the highlights. Speaking of which, we're starting off right now. Now, the first highlight, easily for me as a music listener, is all about the track order. And she chose to make a great roller coaster of a ride, of a listen for this album. Like, it gave me the highs, the lows, and gave me some non-stop action, some twists and turns, everything that I wanted, everything I didn't know it, and that I wanted, and I got what I wanted as well. It was just a great listen, and y'all will understand me once y'all try this project out for yourself. Now, Stankapu, the intro is a special way to start an album. Like, the eerie vibe and the flow that she's giving me is somewhat similar to Biggie's Suicidal Thoughts, how he closed out Ready to Die, and starting the album off with such a sinister and dark type of vibe. Also, it being a storytelling track for your debut album, I was locked in. Like, the album had me sold already. As soon as she started, it was just like the picture she was painting, I can see it all, and it was just a great start off to this album. Now, the next song I want to talk about is Denial is a River, which gives me the feeling of DMX's Damien. And if you never heard that song, it's this story that's back and forth between him and, Damien the Devil, the Antichrist, whatever you want to call him. And what's so great about this song is just like, she has this voice that's talking back to her, telling about her issues, her problems, her faults, and she's trying to like counteract them with, hey, I'm doing good, I'm trying to do my best. But like, she does snap in this song, and now the voice is talking about, hey, calm down, chill. And when she gets like this aggressive tone, I'm definitely hearing a female DMX. I'm hearing the Nicki. I'm hearing all, like, anybody that can get into that aggressive bag. She's embodying that energy, and I just love how she finishes the track. Next song is Catfish, and this is just for her to talk her shit and bring an aggressive aura to the masses to let y'all know y'all not fucking with her. Plain and simple. This is Doechii the Don, Doechii Supreme, the Swamp Ruler. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing else to talk about. A woman that's going to doing that braggadocious rap. That's what we love. And the next track I wanted to talk about, because I'm not gonna be able to talk through every track in the song. It's 19 songs. That'll be crazy. I'm not gonna hold y'all up. The next song I do want to talk about is Boom Bap. Boom Bap is a sporadic track that this was one of the singles I heard that I got put on to, and it sparked my interest for the album. So I was anticipating this album the whole week because of this track. And in the song, she is basically flipping off the people that want her to rap a specific way, because the issue with a lot of people talk around female rap is that people want to downplay the topics of certain female rappers. So like the Megan Thee Stallions, the Sexy Regs, the Glorrillas, like all of them that have a certain lane, they want to chastise them, but up what they will call like the proper MC of women. So like the Rhapsodies and all those types. And it's okay to have your own preference when it comes to rap and music in general, but to downplay one to uplift the other is unnecessary. And that's what she's going, that's what she's feeling, that's what she's going through at the time. So that's why she makes this track where she's really just like having fun and doing whatever the fuck she want to do, because she's a grown-ass woman. She got the bag, she the artist, and who gonna tell her to not do what she want to do? And even though she's doing this as, you know, a middle finger, like a thing that Eminem would do, it's still well done, it's well executed, it's a vibe, it's an energy that's just, like I said, it's infectious. You over here just like nodding your head and then moving around us as she's over here just bullshitting, but like it's phenomenal bullshit. It's kind of like how Tyler, the creator, made Yonkers, trying to just like, you know, make fun of New York. Yonkers beat was like a parody of New York type boom bap beat, and he's just over here just doing his thing. But like people gravitated towards it, and I instantly gravitated towards this track for a similar reason. And I can respect her for having that type of energy towards people trying to tell her what to do. Now, the next track I want to talk about is another single off the album that I didn't get the chance to hear. This is the song Nissan Altima, and to put it simply, it's a banger. She's flowing out of her mind, and when the beat is bouncing off the wall, you have no choice but to start dancing. You don't even know what you're doing. You're just having a good ass time as she's just rapping her ass off. And it's just one of them ones, instantly like this song as soon as I heard it. She's just, again, talking her shit and able to bring people into her world. Now, the last song I want to talk about is the dreamy outro, the title track. And like I said in the intro for this album, Doechii is also a singer. So there's some songs where she's creating that vibe, and I do enjoy that as well. But I do enjoy her rap. I do enjoy her as a rapper more than a singer. Just a bit, just a bit. It's not too off, but I do enjoy it like that. But like this right here is just her just kind of just bringing us along. And again, it's just tying this album with a bow, like a little pretty bow on top. This is what it is, and just like silky smooth, and it's just a great little vibe. It's not creepy, it's not eerie. It's just, you know, it's just dreamy. It's just dreamy. All in all, I don't know if I can give a set rating right now. I think I'm gonna save a rating for this album in particular for my end of the year list. So just wait till December, folks, and I promise you, you'll find out the rating of this album. But all in all, a great debut album for a talented young artist in the game. Salute to Doechii. Now, usually when I review multiple projects in a video, I will have something that ties them together, make it really pretty, you know, something like that. But for this one, I got nothing. There's no specific reason I chose to do both of these besides the fact they're something that got my attention, that I enjoyed watching and listening to, and they came out this year. I think I definitely want to gravitate more towards reviewing things that are current as well as, you know, the past. I think I've been dipping too far back into the bucket instead of enjoying what's coming out now, because there's a lot of excellent things that I have been enjoying coming out this year for movies and music, and these are two things that I love so tremendously, and it makes no sense for me to not bring this type of content to you, the people, the doxaholics, where we can have these conversations. Now I have to ask, did you agree with what I said about these projects? You know, I had somebody, shout out to my boy Saint, saying that Challengers was a top 5 film of 2024. Is it for you? Did you like the ending? Did you like the score? Did you like the screenplay? Did you like the writing? Did you like the actors in this film? Please let me know in the comments below. Have you not checked, why have you not checked out Doechii yet? It's going to be out since the whole night and day. Please tap in and listen to this great artist who's been busting her ass and has given us something to enjoy. And if you have heard it, is Alligator Tears is the Alligator Tears an album of the year contender for you? Or is it just another one of those throwaway projects that you're never going to spin again? Please, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'd love to have these discussions. That's what I'm here for. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the IG, subscribe to the Twitter if you want to have more fun and be more social with your boy. This is Rorvis Paradox, aka Docs Brando, and this has been Rorvis Reviews. Peace.